Don't quit. Your breakthrough is near. There comes a time in every journey when quitting feels easier than continuing. The road gets hard, the night grows darker, and the silence of unanswered prayers becomes deafening. You've done everything right, fought the good fight, held your ground, and stayed faithful, and yet the door remains closed. But I'm here to tell you, don't quit. Your breakthrough is near. This moment of pressure, of pain, is not punishment. It's preparation. The seed struggles in the soil before it ever sees sunlight. The gold is refined in fire before it shines. You are not forgotten, and you are certainly not finished. There is a purpose in the pause and a reason for the resistance. God does his greatest work in silence, not when we see him, but when we trust him. Quitting now would mean walking away just one step before the walls fall, just one turn before the Red Sea parts, just one more prayer before the answer arrives. You don't need to see the end to believe in it. What you need is faith that stands even when your strength doesn't. Faith that says, even if I can't feel it, I'll keep walking. Even if I don't understand it, I'll still trust. The enemy wants you to stop right here because he knows what's coming if you don't. He knows that your endurance terrifies him. He knows your perseverance is power. That's why the pressure has increased. That's why the battle is fiercer. You are on the edge of something that will not only change your life, but break chains for others through you. So stand firm, wipe your tears, strengthen your weak knees, and remember, those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. You are not running alone. You are not breaking alone. And you will not rise alone. This valley is not your end. It's the ground from which your victory will rise. Don't quit. Not now. Not after everything you've endured. Not when your breakthrough is this close. Keep pressing. Keep praying. Keep believing. Because the God who started this work in you is faithful to finish it. And your breakthrough, it's nearer than you think. Pressure increases right before the breakthrough. It's not a sign that you're failing. It's proof that you're getting closer. When the heat turns up, when everything feels like it's pushing against you, that's not the time to turn back. That's the moment to lean in, to dig deeper, to believe harder. The weight you feel is not meant to crush you, but to shape you. Diamonds are made under pressure. Victories are born in struggle. No one reaches the mountaintop without walking through the steep, rocky climb that leads to it. This pressure is not a punishment. It's a signal that something is shifting, something is moving, something is about to break open. Think about how the sky gets darkest before the sunrise. That's where you are. The moment just before light bursts forth. You might not see it. You might not feel it. But what's ahead is far greater than what's behind. You weren't meant to stay stuck in this tension. You were built to pass through it. Greatness is often disguised as pain, and strength is often born from storms. When the wind picks up and the road becomes rough, it's not the end. It's the stretch just before transformation. Growth happens in discomfort. Miracles come in moments that look like madness. You must be willing to stand when it's hardest to stand. You must keep pressing when every voice says stop. The pressure is a test, a refining fire, a sharpening process. It separates the committed from the comfortable. It reveals what's real and burns away what's weak. Don't misread it. Don't fear it. This is the very evidence that your breakthrough is not far. The closer you are to your next level, the more intense the resistance becomes. Faith is proven when there's no visible evidence. It's easy to believe when everything is going right. when doors are opening and the path looks clear. But true faith rises when you can't see the way, when every sign points to giving up, and yet something inside you whispers, keep going. This is where the real strength of your belief is revealed, not in moments of comfort, but in seasons of uncertainty. Faith is walking forward in the dark, trusting there's a light ahead, even when it hasn't appeared. You don't need confirmation from your circumstances to move. You don't need applause or assurance. What you need is the courage to keep standing when the ground feels shaky, to keep building when nothing looks like it's working. Faith is not a feeling, it's a decision. It's choosing to believe the promise more than the pain, the vision more than the valley. Sometimes the silence is not absence, it's alignment. In the quiet seasons where no results show, something deeper is being established in you. Strength, endurance, vision. You're learning to stand, not by sight, but by truth. You're developing the kind of mindset that doesn't collapse when storms hit. You're becoming someone who doesn't wait for proof to move. Faith isn't about being certain of every outcome. It's about trusting the process when the outcome seems hidden. You don't need to understand everything to obey the next step. You don't need all the answers to keep walking forward. Faith dares to plant the seed without knowing exactly when the harvest will come. And the one who dares to keep moving by faith in the absence of signs is the one who's already closer to the breakthrough. Quitting is surrendering what may be just one step away. The hardest moments often come right before the breakthrough. It's in the silence, in the exhaustion, in the confusion that many give up. Not because they're weak, but because they don't realize how close they are. You may feel like nothing is changing, like every effort is wasted. But that's exactly when you must hold the line. The dream didn't bring you this far to abandon you now. The road didn't shape you just to leave you at the edge. Most people never reach what's waiting for them simply because they stopped too soon. One more try, one more day, one more step could be the moment everything turns. You don't need to see the finish line to keep running. You just need to trust that your movement matters. What if your breakthrough is already in motion, and all it requires is your endurance? What if everything you fought for is already on its way, and your only job now is not to quit? Breakthroughs don't come to the strongest. They come to the ones who refuse to stop. When you feel the weight of failure, remind yourself that progress is still progress, even if it's quiet, even if it hurts, especially when it hurts. You've already overcome too much to walk away now. You've already survived the storms meant to break you. There is meaning in the fight, and there is power in staying. So don't quit. Not here, not now, because the step you take today could be the one that changes everything. And when the moment arrives, when the breakthrough unfolds before your eyes, you'll realize it was never about speed. It was always about never giving up.